Hello, everyone. Welcome to our conversation. This is Roger and Lou, and today we want to have a conversation about um, hitting the easy button. Is that possible? I am Lou Urban. I'm a transformational coach and energy healer, and my co-host is.
I'm Roger. I am a person who can help you expand your awareness of the universal laws and do some work too.
Excellent. So we were talking before we started this about the everything in this realm. Sometimes people are talking about things being a journey. Everything has to be a journey. We may have to do some inner work. We may have to seek out other people. It may be long. It may be painful. And let's just throw it out there that maybe some of that doesn't have to be. Maybe we can just hit the easy button and decide to be that. What do you think about that, Roger?
Well, what a concept. As my mom and dad would tell me, why do you have to make everything so difficult in life? And it's kind of almost how we're socially conditioned that there's this 5-step process before you can attain X, whatever X is, why can't you just be?
Yeah.
Or hit the easy button. Oh my gosh, I want one right now. I want to start playing with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you can buy those, can't you?
You can. Staples sells them. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, a Staples commercial. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I mean, why not just be? And that sounds so simple. Lord knows, and I'm not really a detailed person, but boy, when you said that, I thought, oh, gee, I just kind of go through that paradigm of this is the 5-step process to achieve X, Y, or Z. And why? Why can't you just sit down and play a piano? Or why can't you just be successful? Or why can't you just be, the best leader there is, or the best, child or whatever, or parent? Why not just be?
Well, and I also have to clarify my statement about hitting the easy button that, there may be a time when there's a skill set that's needed or some sort of expansion that has to happen for that person. And that may require any of those things, the journey, the seeking out others, the inner work, the time. And it may be painful. There may be some difficult choices in order to get that skill set. But outside of that, when we have a limiting belief about ourselves, we can choose at any point in time to change it to sometimes the exact opposite. Hit the easy button.
Yes. I remember back when I was in my late teens, and I wanted to be a choir director and sing on heavy, and so I was talking with the coach, and they're like, well, why not just do it? And I, today that doing it probably would be a little bit quicker to being done. Versus,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no, I've got to do all of these things before I can actually go out and be what I wanted to be, right? Mm-hmm. It's almost like I wasn't ready for that. But there was this 5-step process. I don't know why I keep saying 5 steps, but there was this process to get there. You had to be, formally coached and all of these things. And really, I think that when you look at to think about a musical standpoint, because I do think you have to have a skill set. I agree with you 100% there. But there are those people that are born and pick up a violin and play it, perfectly. Wow. So somehow they've lowered the resistance to whatever social conditioning most of us have.
Yeah, they told themselves they could, and so they did.
Ooh, yeah. Said that. Oh, Lou Urban said that. Well, no, that's a good one. I can see that right now on the little meme card, right? So, but it's true.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you that, there may be some things that are inherent that are skills that we already have. I mean, musical talent, some people it's more difficult. It's what we're inclined to do. But yet I don't know about you, but I believe that any of us can do anything we set our mind to.
Yeah. It's the power of intention, and like you said, set your mind to it or intend to it.
Yeah.
And so it is. And I think that in a pure state of being, that's probably very doable, right? But I think that if society says, we want doctors to graduate from, what is it, 8 years of college and a whole bunch of,
Absolutely.
and what have you, and
Yes.
I want them to do that before they touch my body. So
Yes.
but they probably could just do and do.
Yeah. And there are certainly some things that I think that are, when you need a certificate, it may be all of those things we said, the journey and the difficult and the, painful, and there may be all of that stuff in order to be able to get that certificate. But I think that the things that we desire to be, the things that we want, what we want to be, how we want to appear, we can't even imagine being that in that place if it isn't already in us. It's already in us. It's just bringing it out. And so that's why some people talk about this journey. And I'm like, but it's already in us. Isn't it as easy as making a decision?
Well, it kind of ties back. Yeah, no, agree. It ties back to, a lot of people, we're whole and complete, and there's, there certainly is a lot in that, like something you said, really, there's experiences that we need to have in order to be ready for that type of mindset.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, certainly I can reflect on my journey, right? It's been going 10 plus years, and teachers appeared and learnings appeared, and Lord, I've got more certifications in this space than you can imagine.
Yes, me too.
Right, and then I see some of these other people in this field who really haven't been to any. They just hit the easy button.
Yeah, they chose to be what they wanted. Yeah.
It's like that decision tree on a whiteboard, right? Just taking a business problem and walking it down a yes/no decision tree. Life is full of choices, and you can choose the yes road or the no road, right?
Oh, what a great analogy, Roger. That is awesome. Yes, the decision tree. I mean, wow, I want to be this. Can I be this? Yes or no? It's maybe it's as easy as that.
And you make a decision, yes or no.
Yes or no.
So I
got to put this thing in place first, and I got to make sure I get this kind of degree first. And wow. Yeah. It could be as easy as a decision tree.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's a great analogy.
At each fork in the road, the yes or no, you can go the yes, I could have chose to be the singer and the choir director and this great musical person, or no, and I'll just be vulnerable. I chose no because I didn't have the confidence to do it.
Absolutely.
Thus, why there's people like you and I who can help people kind of heal that place in their being, right?
Yes.
So that it's an easy thing. But this flesh and bones, chose to know.
Yes, absolutely. And so since you opened the door to that, I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well. That every time that we make a decision that is against what it is that we really want, that we hold ourselves back, those are things that really they continue to be blockages until we release them. And that's what I think you were talking about, is that, you and I both, that's the kind of work that we do, is that we help people to release those blockages so that they can make it as easy as pressing the easy button.
Yeah. Yeah, totally agree. Because we've all had something in this journey, right? From womb to crawling to walking and to the beings that we are today, and so those are multiple variations of experiences, decision trees.
Absolutely.
Even as an infant, the decisions were made, and we had that baggage we're carrying with us, and
yes.
And everybody, and it seems like it's certainly in this space, everyone has their own version of releasing that energetic block, or whatever words you want to put around it.
Yes.
And everybody has different versions of it, and then you can't cookie cutter this, because I think it as you release and you kind of work through that, it has to be very unique to your DNA, actually.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, and the all of life, that's what really this physical experience is about, is we're in the place of making decisions and seeing what the outcome is. That's our experience. We make a decision and we have an experience because of it. So yeah, all of our life is about making decisions. And instead of going back to what we were talking about with the if we want to be something, if we want to make a decision to be something, let's make the decision and be it, instead of putting in all the roadblocks that keep us from being what it is that we want to be.
What if they say no? What do they think of me?
Oh my gosh, I can't do that. My family will think I'm crazy.
Oh, yeah. Certified.
My friends will disown me.
That I actually have is some certified, lunatic, probably in my family's eyes. Not just kidding, but
absolutely. Oh no, they're going to commit me.
Right. Right, but you're right. So true. The journey. Why do we have to have the journey? That's kind of where we were at, and can it be as easy as hitting the easy button?
Yeah.
I think the answer is yes.
I agree with you. I think the answer is yes as well. And so I'm wondering what anybody who's listening to this is thinking. Is this as easy as hitting the easy button? If you're listening to this and want to comment to this, you can certainly do it here in the post, or you can reach out to either Roger or I at our websites. Roger is at rogerkdawson.com, and I'm at louurban.com. I kind of segued into wrapping it up, but Roger, was there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
You were reading my beads.
Awesome.
Good. This is good. I'm going to go practice the easy button. Yep,
and me too. I'm going to look for every place in my life where I can apply the easy button. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Like I said, if you have comments, let us know. We certainly would love to hear from you. Thanks so much for joining us. Namaste.